first I want to sincerely apologize to you guys for my very hoarse voice. As you can tell, I was at a Bruins game last night screaming like an idiot, thus here I am. That being said, I really wanted to get this video uploaded for you guys, so I'm gonna power through this. So Violent Night is an action comedy Christmas movie. It's all those genres went splat, and we got this. In this movie, David Harbour plays Santa Claus, and he's a very seasoned, old, kind of over-it-all Santa Claus. And you know, on Christmas Eve, he's out delivering presents, and in one of the houses he stops to deliver the presents to, one of these rich families' homes, they are being robbed by a bunch of thieves who are after a shit-tillion dollars that this family has. This group of thieves led by John Leguizamo, during which Santa is basically being called for help by the little girl that's in this family, and thus he decides to save this family, which he can do because this Santa is an absolute fucking badass. So right out the gate, I gotta say this, David Harbour was so good as Santa Claus, or at least this movie's interpretation of Santa Claus, because he kind of embodies what I think a realistic person would believe with Santa Claus. You know, he's this old guy, he's been at this for a very, very long time, and he's kind of had it. He sees what the world is like nowadays, how kids act, how people act, how demanding everyone is, nothing's ever good enough. He's like over it at this point. He doesn't want to do it, he doesn't care, he's going out on Christmas Eve just fucking shit-faced piloting the reindeer. It was a very David Harbour way that Santa Claus would be played as, but it completely worked for the movie. It leads to some funny moments and some funny dialogue. It has some vulgar, dark, crass kind of humor, but that's my speed. Also, I did really like the dynamic between Santa and this little girl that's in this family. You know, she embodies what every little kid is like on Christmas. You know, she believes in Santa, she believes in the magic of Christmas, you know, she's so excited for, you know, what Santa's gonna bring to her and her family. And you know, she believes Santa is just this miracle who can fix everything and do everything. And you know, when she starts talking to Santa and starts developing that connection with Santa, it almost makes him want to be that version. And yeah, I'll say this right now, this is basically a rated R action comedy, and it is very rated R in the action sense. There is a lot of violence, a lot of blood, a lot of gore. Pretty brutal deaths too. Like, there are many moments where, you know, people die and people get hurt, and you're sitting there like, oh shit. Oh, that looked bad. But I really like seeing this side of Santa who has this past, and he can just fight all these fights and take all these people out, and he's really fucking good at it. That is not something we have ever seen in a Christmas movie, and I appreciate that. Also, to this movie's credit, it is very self-aware of what it is, you know, when it feels like it's paying homage to other Christmas movies like Home Alone and Die Hard, if you count Die Hard a Christmas movie. It knows it is, and it completely pokes fun at itself for doing that. You know, their little booby trap set that kind of pay homage to Home Alone. I guess you could say the very brutal violence, the people robbing the home to get money is, you know, homage to Die Hard. It knows that, it plays off that, and it works. Also, in part of the movie being self-aware of what it is, it knows, you know, kind of what it is as a movie. It doesn't try to really push any boundaries beyond that. And therefore, yeah, does it have some flaws? Sure. For example, John Leguizamo, he's a very cliche kind of, you know, villain of the story. You know, he's just this guy, he hates Christmas, he kind of wants to ruin Christmas for everybody, and, you know, now he's on this little robbery to make his life better because Christmas ruined him, you know, cliche bullshit. So, you know, now when he and Santa square off later, it's gonna mean something, it's gonna have added value to it, but, you know, they just had to throw that in there because, you know, the villain needs a motive. And also, I will say this much. The only person in this movie that you really care about being saved by Santa is the little girl that he has a connection with. Everyone else in this family, I couldn't care less. Because most of them are very, you know, stereotypical rich people. You know, they're greedy, they're snobby, you know, they're pieces of shit, you know, they've got, you know, their heads up each other's asses. They're just the type of people that I would never affiliate with, that people just don't like, you know, they kiss way too much ass, and they have way too big of an ego. And it's so bad to the point I'm just like, you know, if you all died, I really wouldn't care. I will say this though, by the end of the movie, there is a lot more heart in it than I was expecting. That's why I will give the movie credit. To its core, it is a Christmas movie. It's a raunchier, more violent Christmas movie, but it has the Christmas themes in it that still make it a Christmas movie. I don't know if it's one that will be shown on that 25 Days of Christmas special that ABC does every year, if it's still even called ABC Family. I don't know, I don't watch much TV. The point is, I don't know if it's one you'll ever find on TV because of, you know, the violence. But nevertheless, I did like that it became a modern take on Christmas while adding its own flair to it. Or at least its modern take on Santa Claus, I could say. So all in all, Violent Night, it worked for what it needed to do. David Harbour killed it as Santa Claus. I like the dynamic between him and the young girl in this movie that kind of makes him believe in his cause. The movie's funny when it wants to be, it's violent as fuck when it wants to be, and it's very entertaining. Some characters are a little cliche, some characters that maybe you were supposed to care about, you really don't. In fact, you'd like to see them dead. It has heart, it brings the Christmas spirit. In the end, if you're looking for a Christmas-themed movie that's playing in theaters that'll get you in the Christmas mood, this is a good one to check out. I think it's the only one to check out too. But either way, it's worth it. You're gonna want to leave the kids at home for this one, but you know, if you're a couple parents looking for a date night after you're done with your Christmas shopping, hey, this ain't a bad idea. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. And as always, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.